Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Dragon Warrior Randomizer 2020 tournament match here on RPG Limit Break. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the final four competitors. Within the next hour or two, we'll be down to the final three. Tonight's matchup features the number 10 seed dk9146 versus the number 11 seed TristalMTG. The winner will move on to the final round of the bonus bracket to face off against up to NG, while the losers tournament will be over. Incidentally, all three of the runners who are still in the bonus bracket have faced off against the winner of the winner's bracket, Nest Cardinality. And of these three players, one of them will emerge and get a rematch against Nest Cardinality. Hi everyone, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23 calling the exciting action, and in just a few moments we're going to be underway between dk9146, TristalMTG. The stakes couldn't be any higher. And it looks like we do have a special guest commentator here. High Spirits has joined us here in the commentator's booth tonight. It's great to have you here this evening.
Oh, hello, LZ. How are you doing tonight? Are you ready for some rando?
Oh, absolutely. I was just describing to our studio audience here that we are down to our final four. One of these two competitors will move on to the final round of the bonus bracket. We'll be down to just 3 players. The winner of the next matchup in that bonus bracket will go to the Grand Championship against Nest Cardinality.
Yep, and it doesn't look like they're going to have an easy start here. There's a lot of red on that board. But there is 11 strength, which is, I guess, a saving grace. Allow them to kill some things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, having 18 HP is not that great. Being very slow is not that great. 6 MP, only 3 defense. Well, we'll just see what kind of enemies we have in zone number 1 as we are now underway here in the bonus bracket semifinals. Of course, we're going to have one key to start things off at the top. What's behind these 2 other chests could help these players out. We have Fairy Water, that's a great item to have, and Stones of Sunlight, which is one of the 3 key components we need to get the rainbow drop from the Jerk. The others are to get the Staff of Rain and Erdrick's Token. To get the Staff of Rain, of course, we need to get the Silver Harp. So a very good start. And yeah, that Fairy Water could come in handy because it does 9 to 16 HP worth of damage. That's a great thing to use on a Drakey, but look at this. DK gets the excellent move on the Drakey right there. Amazing. Meanwhile, Tristal going for he gets the minimum roll on that Fairy Water, and then a dodge. Man, you hate to see that, folks. Gets 1 more hit point. The Magic Drakey has 10 to 13. This has to do it, and it's not enough. Tristal's probably going to reset after that one. Yep.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to reset after that, because that would have been a really good thing to get. But DK does take out a Scorpion with his Fairy Water and hits level 2.
Actually,
and gets some really good stuff.
It's a double level up. He got 17, 12, 4, and 15 total on those 2 level ups and 3 spells. Sleep, Return, and Heal More.
And I thought this was going to be a challenging start, but they hand him Fairy Water, and then they just hand him, a bunch of Strength and Heal More. I mean, and Sleep. You can't go wrong there.
HP still kind of stinks a little bit, but yeah, the attack power, they have a chance to get these Scorpions down. 10 to 13 HP, gets 16 experience points, and that is going to be another level up for DK. Let's see what he gets. 19 power, 13 speed, 6 HP, and 5 MP. Big level there for DK.
Yeah, and with the Scorpions here, that's actually great, because they can hit another level really fast. And I noticed something, too, that's kind of a tease, is when you came out of the castle, if you look at the bottom left corner of the screen, you see a town that doesn't appear to be any way to get there right now.
Yeah, it looks easy, but it's not. And Tristal did get up to level 2, but he will go back to the start of the castle, as will DK. Not just yet. He is able to 2-shot the Scorpion and get another 16 points. He's 28 points away from level 5. Going to try to do some exploration before he gets sent back to start, and he runs into a Magidraki, and he's ambushed, but it doesn't do anything. So a break there for DK, and one-shots the Magidraki for another 12 points.
Oh yeah, their stats are going up pretty nicely already. I mean, 47 strength at level 4. I mean, I guess you say you can't ask for a whole lot more other than having hurt more right now.
Magidraki, learning its lesson, decides to run away from DK and runs into another Scorpion. Going to try to get it down, and it runs away. 10 at 13 points, 11 wasn't enough, so bad luck there for DK.
Yep, and he's probably going to gain another level unless he gets a really unlucky Scorpion.
As you were saying, commentator's curse.
I mean, unlucky as in this one that attacks him and kills him.
That one too. Back to start, DK goes. Tristal, meanwhile, gets leveled up to level 4, and he sees those big numbers. So right now, it is certainly anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, the big downside is 28 health right now, but hey, with DK just about to hit the next level, might be good enough HP that you can get out of this zone and start doing a little exploring.
DK trying to do some more grinding here, finds a Magidraki, and this Magidraki worth 12 points would be enough to get to the next level if he can take it down, and he does just that. Tristal takes down a Draki of his own. Here comes level 5, and the numbers for DK. 2, 5, 8 HP, and no MP, and no spells.
8 HP is pretty good. I mean, your health is still a little bit low, but I think with the strength that they have and heal more, you can probably wander out a little bit just to test the waters to see how dangerous it is. So far, it doesn't look like, that they haven't quite reached the next zone yet to see if there's anything dangerous out there.
Chance for a Metal Scorpion kill on Tristal side's able to get it to sleep. Metal Scorpion's 14 to 18 HP, and they are still asleep after one attack, and that'll do it. Tristal getting the 31 points, and will take a brief experience point lead on DK.
Yeah, he found a great zone down there in the desert, and I don't blame him. He's going to stay there for at least another level or two. Because DK is finding blue dragons.
And DK getting ambushed, and that's going to send him back to the Hooskow. And Tristal going to put the Metal Scorpion to sleep again because it was just a one-turn move. Gonna finish it off for another 31 points. One more of those would get him to level 6, and he'll have an opportunity right here.
If he can stay asleep, yeah, he'll grab it. Otherwise, this Scorpion's not going to be very nice to him.
And it does stay asleep for Tristal. Is this going to be enough? You better believe it's enough. And that is going to be level 6 for Tristal and the lead now in this match. Here come the numbers. 2, 7, 10 HP, 2 MP, and we have learned Hurt.
Yeah, it's probably a little too late with Hurt now. With 51 strength, Hurt is... I mean, it's going to have its uses on things like Rogue Scorpions and Wyverns, where you're going to have trouble dealing the 9 to 16 damage, but for the most part, you're not really looking for Hurt right now.
Well, Tristal tried to do Hurt, and it did a good amount of damage, 14, which could have been enough to take it down, but it wasn't, so he'll be sent back to the castle.
Yeah, and it looks like DK wants to get his level in the desert here, which is about the same zone as around the castle. I think I saw Drolls around here also, but yeah, you don't want to go any farther east because there are blue dragons over there.
Yeah, Tristal was out of MP. That's why he went for the Hail Mary on the Hurt spell. Again, he had a shot rolling that 14. It just wasn't enough, so he was not able to get the 31 points this time, but he does take down another Scorpion. We're looking for 337 points to get to level 7, and finding a werewolf, well, that's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, probably got to pull out that sleep for something like Werewolf. Because 44 agility, they're not going to let you go away. They like to give hugs. You see how their arms are wide open? They're like, just give me a hug. And he grabbed a couple of hugs and apparently squeezed too tight.
I never thought of it that way, High Spirits. I like that. Another Metal Scorpion for Tristal and another 31 points. Added to his total, DK finds a Scorpion and wants no part of him.
And Tristal just walks right through that end game zone without seeing a monster or without seeing an enemy, so he didn't see any of the werewolves or blue dragons or anything else that could be in that zone.
This is a little bit of a cause for concern for DK. Poltergeists have weak breath.
Ooh. Yeah, that's still pretty rough when you're low on health and you don't have the armor to help you cover up a little bit against those flames.
Ooh, I thought for a moment that was a metal slime. That color kind of, and that's just a regular slime too. Metal slimes give out 255 points, but there is a catch, of course. They are highly evasive and they love to run away.
Yeah, and every time you really get the chance to kill them, for some reason they always have a spell that you don't want them to have.
Right, like sleep and DL2 breath, the Wombo combo. We've seen that before.
Hurt more is always a good one for them to have too. Or sleep, because they love to put you to sleep and then run away.
That too, yes. DK finding a skeleton, which would be good for 25 points, gonna put it to sleep.
Yeah, DK seems to be farming over here in this little corner here because he's found like Drakemas and skeletons, and he's probably going for the level along with Tristal too. They're just grinding up to level 7 now to see if they get anything that helps them out.
Speaking of sleep, the Drolls that Tristal were fighting also have the sleep spell. 10 more points for Tristal, and that will be the next level. That Magic Drake, he could have done it, but it decided it wasn't going to hand out level 7 to him. Poltergeist will also do it for Tristal, and it also not willing to give Tristal level 7 either. They're starting to troll, and we're very close. And Troll running away from Tristal. My gracious.
DK looks like he found a nice little sweet spot here too, because he just got his level, and with that, gets a little bit of power. So oh, they got the health. There you go. There's the health that they needed. Now you got to get on there and get out.
17 HP and 11 MP. Tristal right behind with level 7 himself. But yeah, that troll run away was enabled DK to retake the lead. But again, it's really, really close, and it's really early.
Oh yeah, so we haven't seen a whole lot of this map yet. We know there's some swamp to the north there, and maybe if DK goes far enough to the left here, he'll come across to that town that was way over there.
See what Tristal's found. A blue dragon, and not quite yet. He's going to try to use heal more and try to escape again. They do quite a bit of damage with only 22 defense.
Yeah, and DK ran into another werewolf, but he was able to heal also and get away. And warlocks have the heal spell, which is mildly annoying.
Now, when you do an excellent move, that annoyance pretty much goes away. As we find a town and a cave, DK has found the town of Cantlin.
The shopping mall of Elifgard. And here you can get anything you desire, like a copper sword, which is probably what's going to get. And eventually a large shield when they can afford it.
And we do find the stones, or not the stones cave, but the Staff of Rain cave, the Trading Cave, not too far from where Cantlin is. We're going to take a look at this. Ooh, Silver Shield is on offer here in Cantlin High Spirits.
Best shield in the game, extremely overpriced. Ooh.
Troll Magi have DL2 breath.
That's a disappointing one, because that's like a next tier enemy that you love to farm on, you know? It's just so good experience, and usually you can take them down without too much issue.
Absolutely here. So, yep, DK checking everything here. So now, with all of the items in here, so we've got the magic armor, you know, in case the Erdrick's armor is in, you know, Charlock. If we can find a gold grind, you know, we can stock up, you know, 22,000, 23,000 in gold and make those purchases.
Yeah, not much for weapons here, unless there's one hiding behind the shop that they don't have access to.
Magic keys.
Need the keys. And it looks like DK found the swamp cave north, so he's gonna go through it, hoping that at the other end it comes out in either the castle or Garenham, so he can maybe get some more chests and keys. And it is Garenham.
Ooh, the back end of Garenham, very convenient for DK. Let's see what's behind these 3 chests. Is Tristal running into another blue dragon, the Silver Harp, and we know where the Trading Cave is. Excuse me. Wings and a cursed belt. That cursed belt tells us, High Spirits, that at least one of the 3 searchable tiles in the overworld has something.
Wow, look at where that Garenham is, by the way. Remember that teaser of a town that was just to the southwest of the castle? That's where the swamp cave leads you to.
Well, how about them apples, High Spirits? So
you could see your house from here. Hi.
Yeah, all it takes is a secret path and Charlock.
the big C. Not only is it great for a vitamin, but it's also where you need to go to save the world.
DK will use one of his herbs, Tristal taking down this Poltergeist, and now a Metal Scorpion, looking for 600 points to get to level 8. So at the moment, DK does...
So there is one issue that could be a problem for DK is, you saw where the Staff of Rain cave was, right? It was kind of tucked to the northwest against the coast of Cantlin. That's a sneaky little corner that he might not go back to for a while.
Speaking of sneaky things, Specters, which give out 47 XP, have the very annoying spell of Heal More.
Yeah, you never want to see Heal More.
Yeah, you don't want to see both more. He hurt and heal more on the same enemy. Here's another cave for DK as Tristal has made his way into Cantlin. Let's see what cave we have this time.
And it's the Mountain Cave. So 5 chests if you can get to all of them. And we haven't seen any keys or any gold yet, so maybe something here.
Well, we do
if you can get past all these green dragons.
No, green dragons have sleep. Do they have the full Wombo combo? Hard to say. He's down to 1 HP and somehow is able to wake up. My goodness.
Well, when you have 28 defense, everything is a Wombo combo from a green dragon.
An herb in one of the chests. And is going to use it right away. Tristal also running into a green dragon. And DK runs into another one, is able to escape.
Yep, so the reason why you saw green dragons on both is because the first floor of Mountain Cave shares the same enemy set as the Swamp Cave. So if whatever you see in the Swamp Cave or the top of the Mountain Cave, you'll know is in both zones.
Interesting to know, as Tristal's made it in the back of Garenham himself.
And DK has found 3 herbs so far inside the Mountain Cave, so it's a great chest so far.
I guess somebody was trying to hide the recipe for some good old baked chicken, put a lot of herbs on it.
Herbs and green dragons, because you got something to roast the chicken for you.
There you go. That's a perfect way to look at it, Heisenberg.
And I've heard green dragons taste like chicken.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that the same thing, too. I wonder if blue dragons and red dragons have the same chicken flavor, as it were. I'm going to buy a dragon skill to increase the defense by 2 points. And once you put it on, even if you sell it, it is yours to keep. Let's take a look at the armory here in Garenham. We have got a copper sword, half-plate, broadsword.
All of the low-level weapons, so getting the copper sword is a nice little thing there. But yeah, the Mountain Cave came out with a dragon scale, 3 herbs, and a little bit of money. So not a whole lot inside that cave there to be excited about.
Unfortunately, DK, running out of resources against a green dragon, is put to sleep, and his progress at the Mountain Cave is over.
Yep, time to reset and get out there again, because getting through that swamp cave, you have to go through a whole bunch of swamp just to get out of it. So it's kind of painful, especially with what they have right now.
Only one way to get to Sharlock. You have to actually take that path. There's no going around. You have to take that path.
So I'm guessing if the way Tristal's going... Oh, he found a town, though.
He finds a metal slime. Will he get lucky and get the 3 hits on him necessary? Hard to do, and no dice.
Yeah, DK walked right by this town, and that is bad luck. Uh-oh.
It's Romualdar, where we can buy some magic keys. Now, the question is, how much gold does Tristal have in his reserves right now? We'll take a look as he enters the magic key shop in Romualdar. 118.
Enough to get to.
Yeah.
Which is kind of terrible, because you'd like to have a third one so you can get the 2 that are in, use the 2 to get the chest that's here. Or you can go with the thought that, hey, I got here once. Why don't I just open the 2 there and see if I get lucky for something?
DK trying to get lucky against this metal slime. He's already landed 1 hit. He's landed a 2nd hit, and he'll have an opportunity for the 3rd. He gets it! The 255 point spirits.
Oh, and a level from that, too. Nice little chunk of change he got there.
Oh, speaking of chunk of change, 19308, and we have learned outside just a bit.
Just a bit outside. After you go through the mountain cave. Oh.
Of course, because the game knows. But in any event, bad luck for Tristal. He runs up against the Knight. Ooh, our first appearance of the Fun Police. And it's a fun trip back to start for DK.
Time to loot the treasury. Do we have a potential gold grind here? Let's start out with a fighter's ring, which is a good 2 attack power increase. And oh, there's another key. You know, gotta get your keys back. A second cursed belt, and the token. Well, they got the 3 items they need for go mode.
We just need to find the jerk cave now.
Yep, and you might want, you know, a fancy new, you know, stick or some clothes or something to put on, because, you know, it just helps you get through the final dungeon.
There is a little bit of bad news, though. There was no gold in that treasury, so you can forget the silver shield in this seed.
Yep, and Tristal never did go into the basement, probably because he would have used it. Well, he wouldn't have used his last key because he picked up an extra one. I don't know if that crossed his mind or not. Is, hey, he picked up an extra key, you have one to spare. But yeah, there's a chance that the grave could have been back there and more chests.
Absolutely. Tristal trying to take down this Knight here. Knights have 36 to 47. He'll use Heal More. Hopefully the Knights don't have Heal More.
So, when you have a copper sword and 74 strength, even at level 8, guess what you're doing? You're attacking a werewolf.
That's amazing. And there goes that werewolf for 95 more points, and DK pulling away in the XP department as he has now found the Staff Cave. He'll get the Staff of Rain.
Yep, that's good that he searched over here and found it. Now he has to find a way to get back to where keys are, unfortunately, because there's a good chance that you have to find Rimmeldar to get keys right now.
Tristal is successful in taking down the Knight, gets the 78 points, and Tristal now runs into a werewolf and almost takes his entire life, but has 5 HP to spare. Then runs up against a ghost, able to one-shot it with ease.
Yep, Tristal's gonna get everything he needs for the rainbow drop, except for the rainbow drop, of course. And DK, maybe he found something over here he wants to buy and see. Oh yeah, he's got a bunch of money, so he can, or at least a little bit of money. He can get some chainmail.
Yep, that'll be a nice little defensive boost there for DK, picking it up. That's plus 10. He's now got 40 DP.
Yep, see, 10 defense for 300 gold is not too bad.
And he's found another town, but before he can get to that town, a werewolf stops him, and he's going to go ahead and try to take it down. Only rolled 15 on that first attack, though.
Oh, that's not too bad. He can still kill it in about 3 to 4 hits on average, with the copper sword, which is pretty nice.
And Tristal, with the magic key, will be able to find out what the coordinates are, if there are any. We've seen 2 cursed belts, so there stands to reason a pretty good chance we're going to have coordinates in the seed. Let's take a look. We have a 111 to the south and 3 to the west only. What do you think? Is it Galen or no Galen?
Well, I guess you might want to go save the princess. I mean, 111, considering that, yeah, even though you probably could count it out just because it looks like 111 is on the first continent from the way it's shaped.
Yeah, if I had,
yeah, get the princess.
It's probably a Princess Galen seed. I think she's gonna get lucky tonight. That's for sure.
Well, we'll find out, because the only things that she could have is useful is the sword and the armor. But we got another cave here, and oh, the rainbow drop cave is down here.
Unfortunately for DK, he does not have the token that Tristal has because he has not gotten the magic keys, but he has found another metal slime. He is ambushed. Let's see if he can get lucky a second time. Not on that attack.
And Tristal did get his level 8, so he's now quite buff.
No such luck this time for DK. Well, what I was going to say before he ran into that metal slime ice spirits is I've been wrong about this before. There have been seeds where I swear I don't think Princess Gwaelin's going to get saved, and she ends up getting rescued. This might be one of those opposites where we think she's going to get rescued, ends up not.
Oh, wizards.
That's bad because
Dragon Lord breath.
That's bad because that's one of the Sharlock enemies there, High Spirits.
It's even worse that he was purposely farming an enemy there to try to gain a level since he only needs 19 experience, and he got a wizard with Dragon Lord Breath, but he did find a cave down there, and because of the caves that we found, we do know for a fact that the castle, Untitled Castle, does have at least one chest in the basement, because only the 3 chest caves are left.
Breckenary on Tristal's side. He's going to see if he can go shopping. What do we have? Magic armor, leather armor, nothing really good.
And we got level 9 over here. He got it this time. Got a heal spell. Got to, heal up all those hit points really slowly now.
It looks like it was 4 strength, 2 agility, 7 HP, and 4 MP. Nothing special.
Now, broadsword right now would look brilliant if any of them could get 1500.
Gold's been hard to come by. We have seen very few gold chests, if any. I don't. You know what? I don't think we've seen any gold chests so far.
One gold chest in the mountain cave.
Oh, okay. I did not see. That gold's been scarce.
Yeah, there's a good chance that the treasury in Sharlock is actually a treasury for once.
Yeah. See. All the gold, I'm guessing this game must take place during the California Gold Rush. All the gold's in California. It's not here in the overworld.
Well, they were on their way to California. Didn't quite get all the way there, It took a wrong turn to Albuquerque.
Absolutely.
By the way, here's the town that DK missed also.
Yeah, that was Breckenary. By the way, this may be the fastest, as we do find coal on Tristal's side. This may be the fastest rainbow drop pickup you'll see in quite some time. 23 minutes in, Tristal already has the rainbow drop from the jerk. And we find Erdrick's armor.
The armor. Wow, DK is just getting so unlucky. Like, Tristal is just choosing the correct paths everywhere he goes right now.
So Hashtag
Trislock obviously has to come up now.
Remember when I said that, Princess Gwalen there's a good chance she's going to get rescued? If we find Erdrick's sword, forget it. She can stay behind.
Yep. I think the next thing you do is you find Hawksness, and if there's nothing in the search spot, then you know for sure there's something on the world map. At least. Since we've only found 2 cursed belts, we know there's 2 search spots available, at least. And maybe 3, we don't know yet.
Of course, the big thing about Erdrick's armor is you become immune to the stop spell, immune to the swamp tiles, reduced amount of damage from Hurt More, reduced amount of damage from DL2 breath and weak breath as well. And of course, every step you take, you heal 1 HP.
And don't forget, immune from the damage from those Lego tiles, because I know there's not many of them in the game, but Legos really hurt when you step on them. Yeah,
I mean, if you've ever watched Home Alone and the bad guys, the wet bandits are stepping on those cars, yeah, they hurt a lot.
So we got another town over here. This has to be Hawksness, doesn't it?
Let's see. Hawksness. Yeah, that's right. It has to be Hawksness. We've seen all the other towns. Boom.
So, yeah, and Tristal, if he finds the sword here, or if it's on the world map, I mean, he's in go mode.
But Demon Knights also have DL2 breath, so mark that off your bingo card.
We're up to 3, 2 more, and we actually have a bingo. Well, 1 more, because we got the free space, too.
Right. Wraith Knight now, and Tristal will just try to go ahead and take it down. 1 more hit should do it for him. It does, so maybe we'll get a chance to see what's on the spike tile. Hopefully it's something decent. He's going to try to heal up first. Going to keep us in suspense a little while longer. Unfortunately, he runs into
health is kind of iffy for standing on this tile. Ugh.
Yeah. Uh-oh. AK-47. I think he pressed his luck once too often. He's not going to be able to run away.
He hit the whammy. You can tell it's a whammy because it's red.
Yeah. Right you are there, High Spirits. And again, he's trying to do the heal more strats before he can peek at the tile, but AK-47 is not impressed.
I mean, he might have the same spell too. We don't know that. You got to hurt him to find out. So maybe he's like, I can do that too, okay? No.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Well, with only 48 agility, very hard to run away against an armored knight.
Yeah, I would probably pitch your chance at like 25% chance to pull off.
More like 0%. One more miss, and oh, he is able to get away, and now he is going to get the tile, and it's the fun police.
Oh, you know, this is actually not a terrible thing to see. The problem is he has 63 health right now, so. But DK has found
Torch, money.
Oh, the grave. He found the grave.
Yeah. And the fairy fruit, ooh, that increases the odds of Erdrick's armor. Because remember, we still have the death necklace somewhere. And
The sword.
I meant sword, yes. Erdrick's sword is still in play. And for all we know, it could be behind, it could be at Hawksness, could be behind a tile, you know, the overworld tile. Or maybe it potentially could be in Charlock.
Oh yeah, we know that there's only 2 possible items that can be on that world map now. It's either the sword or the death necklace. And Tristal's about to tell us where the last caves are because there's only 2 caves left, and one of them is way on the bottom of the map where DK didn't quite get into, and this is very vanilla.
Yep, it is the freebie cave, and
oh, there is a gold grind.
Wow, who'd have thought?
Yep, there it is, the gold grind. If he takes a death inside one of the caves, after opening a couple of chests, he can actually only has to open 1 chest now. He can grind that up for a flame sword might even do it, but we haven't seen one yet. But at least a silver shield if he wanted.
DK running into another metal slime gets the first hit off, but that's all, folks. He runs away.
Yeah, DK has just been pretty unlucky on where he's decided to search right now. Got a nice little fancy tropical beach over here after after a bridge. I wonder, you know, that looks enticing. You know, there might be someone we know who really, really would love to just stay there and hang out for a while.
Who might that be?
I don't know. I think she's part of this community. What was her name again?
Oh, I see. Now I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I see.
Sparko Bear or something like that, I believe.
Yeah, we got ourselves a Sparko Bridge.
A veritable paradise hidden behind... Oh, we didn't search it, though. Oh, didn't validate the seed.
Disappointing. Speaking of which, though, Tristal does get level 9 with that Rogue Scorpion kill. The level up was 4, 2, 7, 4, and, of course, he now has all the same spells that DK has. Looking for 1,500. 94 away is DK. This wolf will get him pretty close.
Yep, and it looks like Tristal's going to upgrade to a large shield, which is usually the best shield you get in most seeds, because Silver Shield is so ridiculously expensive. But they do have a gold grind, and if their agility doesn't improve a whole lot, it might be worth going for that gold grind. But it looks like Tristal wants to check the trap tile here and see if he can rescue the princess.
We do have a green dragon that's in Tristal's way, and having a tough time escaping. Is able to do so on the second attempt. Now going to do a heel walk, but running into a stoneman, he's ambushed.
Yeah, but he has sleep, and he's fairly weak to sleep.
Well, commentators curse.
Not completely. That's 2 now, right?
Yep, that's 2.
In other positive news, DK hit level 10 and got just a mild level. Nothing exciting, but hey, he has an orange stat now. I heard orange stats are pretty cool, but not great.
Right, that means we're closing in on having enough of that particular category to go into Charlock, but just not enough. The level up ended up being 4, 3, 4, but 10 MP. That was nice. And look at the sleep doesn't work again.
I believe they are 14 out of 16 weak to basically you got a 1 in 8 chance to hit him or miss with sleep, and he's already missed twice.
Yeah, he's missed twice. Yeah. It's looking like the Cardinals bats for sure. Just missing everything. This time, Tristal finally able to put the Stone Man to sleep. He's going to go ahead and take it down to try to get the experience points, 155 worth.
At least you saved me from making a Blake Bortles joke, okay?
Believe me, I've seen the Cardinals' offense enough to figure out that it's just not working out. But Driscoll running into a Magidrake before he can rescue Gwalen, and
The true
last,
dragon protecting the princess.
yeah.
One day he's gonna grow up to be a big, fierce. Oh, he dead.
Unfortunately, Tristal, we don't have enough MP. Oh no, running it. Well, it does escape from the green dragon and runs into another stone man. It does have just enough to put it to sleep.
Yeah, that's the trap tile, is the stone man, so.
It was the stone. Oh, that's why he took it
Yep.
down. I couldn't tell because of all the encounters that he took it like the same time.
I wonder if DK is going to grind over here in the desert. I saw him going back and forth a couple of times. So I don't know if he plans on trying to grind another level here.
Still not messing around. Uses the wings to send him back to the castle, and will be able to now get an idea of where he is from the castle. Remember, the coordinates are 111 south and 3 west of Tanticle Castle.
Yeah, he's got a lot of walking to do to get there. And the Swamp Cave is not going to do a whole lot because it takes you farther north than south, actually.
All right, so DK going to use the heal more here.
Yeah, DK has unfortunately searched a lot of the wrong part of the map, and because we know where every cave in town is, so he's just gotten really unlucky with his exploration right now.
Yeah, absolutely here. So DK.
I think the best thing that can happen for DK is the death necklaces on the world map.
Right. Right now, DK has the experience advantage, but Tristal clearly right now has the exploration advantage.
Yep, if the sword is on the world map, which is what Tristal is going to eventually find once he walks like to the other side of the planet, he's in go mode, grind and go mode.
You're right about that, because we know where Charlock is, and we'll have the attack power that we'll need to maybe take down DL2. Of course, we still need a lot more strength.
I don't think we need a lot more. 82 at level 10, I would say, is pretty good. They need a lot more magic right now.
Just you watch the attack power level off, just flatline.
Are you saying that I'm going to commentator curse again?
Yes, I am, Mr. High Spirits. There's a rogue scorpion for Tristal, but DK taking down another werewolf as he's closing in on level 11, looking for 2175.
Yep, a really weird number. But hey, that's how 75% of the level works, so.
And DK
is going to get his armor, though, and find Hawkness soon.
As long as he doesn't take an unfortunate overworld death, yeah, he's going to figure out the information that Tristal has already figured out. He can get back into this race.
Once he gets to the second air continent and finds those keys, unfortunately, because the only one chest left that could possibly have keys in it that he can get to that don't involve Rimmildar, and that's the tablet cave that he kind of circled and then got barbecued before going down.
Here's another metal slime for DK. That's one hit. Misses on the second attack. Still on the board. This is again still on the board, though, for DK. Tristal running into a ghost. Another miss, and that was the last miss.
Yep. Slime's just going to run off and terrorize another adventure someday.
Druin escaping from DK as well, as closing in just 30 points away from level 10.
And he's going to hit Hawksness here very quickly, so DK is, because there it is. So all DK needs to do then is go back to the second continent and find Rimmildar.
Both lords have stop spell, but luckily we have Erdrick's armor, so it's not going to work.
Tristal did go into that tablet cave, so this is there is still the Rimmildar chest that we haven't opened yet, so there's still that available.
Yep.
But other than that, this is the other chest that we don't know about, and it's gold.
Well, take him up to 1,426 gold pieces. Of course, you got to spend it while you can, because anytime you take a death, you lose half of the gold that's in your pocket.
Yeah, it's a price to pay to not have to game over at least.
You are?
And DK looked like he was grinding a little bit of experience, trying to get a level before he goes to that spot, because he's found a fairly decent zone to level off of with Wolf Lords and Race.
Now checking where he is. 108 to the north and 8 to the west. So Tristal very close to where he needs to be.
Yep, just about, what, 10 steps away? Or 8 steps away, so I don't know, somewhere around there. And we got nothing. Oops.
Looks like he missed by a step or two. Let's look at the numbers. 111 and 1. 2 more steps. There we go. And we find the Death Necklace, which means either Erdrick's sword is in the overworld in Hawksness, or there's nothing there, and it could be in another chest that we haven't found yet, or...
Oh, wow. Level 11, 43 hit points.
As Ray Combs would say, BAM!
Yeah, they're looking really good right now. Unfortunately, DK didn't actually fight what was in Hawksness there. I think he needs to U-turn and go back. With 117 health, he should have no issue taking out what's there, Red Dragon.
Yep, so Death Necklace was what was picked up right there. So there's an excellent move for DK. So now the Death Necklace could really come into play if, again, this is a seed where the power flatlines.
Yep. It's not going to flatline. Don't worry. I got you.
All right, we'll see about that, because at last level that DK got, it was only 1 attack power. It was 12 agility, which is nice. Of course, you talked about the 43 HP and another 10 MP.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's level 11. 83 strength. You know, they're good. They're good. It has to flatten a little bit.
Of course,
they're going to be there by 14 or 15. I have faith in it.
I mean, they don't necessarily need to have hurt more either. I mean, if they keep getting boosts like that, who knows? Maybe level 12 is the one.
Yep, and DK is going through the Tablet Cave in the dark. Going to get a little bit of money. That's about it.
But luckily, he does have spells that can get him out of the Tablet Cave, because trying to do this blind can be very annoying, because there are no enemy encounters. And if you see this at start and you're not familiar with the layout, it can be very difficult to get out. And speaking of which, Tristal not having any fun with that green dragon, he's sent back to start.
Yep. So, I made a comment that the sword or the Death Necklace being on the world map was probably the best thing that could have happened to DK. Well, that was the case until 43 health happened. And now you suddenly are within Death Necklace territory soon.
Well, keep in mind, I mean, if the sword is in Hawksnest, that is also still a factor. But don't forget, no, that's it. Fairy Flute's been already picked up, so it's either sword or bust in Hawksness.
Yep, and there's only one other. There's still 3 other chests too, because we still have the bottom of the grave no one's gone to, and we still haven't checked that chest in Rimmildar yet. So we still have 4 spots outside of Sharlock that could still have it.
Tristal has the cash. I mean, he could go back into Rimmildar and check to see what's in that chest. In case of the off chance, we might find Erdrick's sword there.
Yep, and DK unfortunately is going the complete opposite direction of Hawksness. I don't know why he didn't try to fight what was there when he got 43 health. You can 43 health and 93 attack power. You can still take red dragons pretty easily.
Still getting a quick cash fix by selling the cursed belts, each for 180 gold. They serve absolutely no purpose but to tell us how many spots of the coordinates in the overworld have something. So, nice move there by Tristal. And now gonna purchase some magic keys here in Caitlin. They're a little more expensive, but it's more convenient considering where he is right now.
Any place that's closer to you is definitely convenient. But he also wants to check this shop to find out that, hey, there's at least a broadsword here.
Yeah, so nothing really exciting in the shop, and DK closing in on level 12. We are looking for 3,000 points. He's 467 away.
Yep, and hopefully there's not a whole lot of nothing over here, because unless this somehow links all the way back around to where Rimmildar is, he's going very far away from everything.
You know, Ruler just said something in chat, and, you know, I never think about this because we always connect it to the blue dragons, but he's absolutely right. We sell the curse belts, we get 180!
Not too bad. I give you an 8.5 out of 10.
I'll take it. In any event, we've got dual attacks here. It's a Stoneman for Tristal, and down goes the Knight for DK as he continues to get closer to level 12. But a good 155 point. I wonder if Tristal's grinding. Oh, he is. He's doing a Stoneman grind here. Interesting.
Yeah, probably wants to get that next level. I mean, pretty much all he has to do is get the sword, and he should know where. Well, he hasn't found the grave yet, so that's one of the big things.
DK's going to try to take down this red dragon. They have anywhere between 80 and 106 points, and hopefully they don't have heal more.
Probably not, because he did fight one already and didn't see it, so.
Yep, there you go. 255 points. 56 away from the next level.
Yep, DK killing that red dragon. You know, there's a plenty available red dragons over on the other coast, DK. Just, you know, to help you out a little bit.
Stoneman will put him very close, but it won't quite put him up to level 11 for Tristal. But there's level 12, 3, 0, 2, and 15 more MP.
Yeah, they're getting close. They're getting close. They might be just a couple levels away at most of being able to go, but I think DK needs to pull out the repel and start using it, because he's not getting anywhere. And although I know he wants to kill things like the wraiths and stuff that he would be repelling away, but right now I think exploration is more important.
Tristal, this Stoneman will get him to level 11. He's going to see that big gain on the HP, and don't forget, he's already sporting the Death Necklace.
Yep, I can't quite use it yet. You need about at least 129 health, maybe a little bit more depending on how much defense you have. But putting the Death Necklace on curses you, which, you know, is pretty terrible, I've heard. But hey, in the randomizer, we made it so when you get that curse, though, you get 20. You give up 25% of your health to get 10 attack power, which in some cases is the difference between being able to win and not win.
Of course, the second catch to it as well. If you take a death and you have the Death Necklace on, the king just throws you out. He will tell you that thou hast failed and thou art cursed. Leave it one.
It's actually a double curse if you think about it, because not only are you cursed and you can't enter the castle, in order to get back to the castle, you're cursed to actually have to go to Breckenary.
Right.
Oh, Droll Magi's have Wombo combo, by the way.
Oh,
they have sleep also.
They did have the sleep. I knew they had the DL2 breath, and I did see in chat Wombo. And I didn't see the combo, so I wasn't sure if they had sleep. But yep, they have them both.
Yeah, it looks like their DL2 breath is low, so it doesn't happen that much.
25%, one would think.
He's gonna keep fighting him until he finds out. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Catch.
But then immediately proceeds to get an excellent move on him to take him down for the 58 points.
And Tristal's enjoying the sleep from the green dragon. As thou art still asleep for quite some time.
Asleep for quite a long time, but does get the better of him to pick up the 135 experience points. And does escape, will make it back to the town of Cantlin, and he can heal up.
Yeah, I expect Tristal's going to go right for that red dragon now. Because that's for sure the only, outside of Rimmildar, that's one of only 2 spots left. Now, but he's going to get a broadsword here, too.
He does have enough for the broadsword, the 1500, so that's going to boost his attack power a little more, as you're about to see, extra 10.
Yeah, especially for that red dragon. I think he's pretty much set to kill a few red dragons, actually. And DK is getting womboed right now, but I think he woke up just in time. I don't know. I personally think the red dragon grind is pretty good too, because it's not that far off from a town. You do have to go up a screen or so, but
DK has he has almost 4,100 golds.
yeah, he's he can buy a lot of stuff right now. He's been exploring for a while. That's the problem with DK.
Yeah, so he's got a lot on the line. I mean, even if he does take a death, he can still afford that broadsword.
Yeah, DK. Yeah, he's still. So he needs to get to the second continent. That's what he needs. He needs to get back to that second continent because he just walked by Rimmeldar and missed out on the keys, because we know that there's no available keys outside of Rimmeldar that aren't behind locked doors. So.
Oh, Wyvern, we haven't seen one of these. At least I haven't. It missed something you don't see very often.
Oh yeah, he's damage breaking them by a lot. So.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Yep.
The Wyverns are not even jerk birds. They're just a light, stiff breeze.
Yep.
And DK finds his way to Rimmeldar.
Finally makes it. But will it be too little too late?
I wouldn't say that yet. It's really going to come down to what's going to happen here. I guess the first things first is the sword in Hawksness. Because if it's not in Hawksness, say it's in the bottom of the grave, then DK has that advantage. Because he knows where the grave is.
Exactly, and that's the one thing that could save him from elimination here. For those of you just joining us, we are in bonus bracket semifinals. We're down to our final 4 competitors. Tristal making his way back into Hawksness. The winner moves on to the bonus bracket finals to face off against Up 2NG, and the winner of that matchup will move on to the Grand Championship against Nestor Finality. The loser will be out of the tournament.
You remember that chest in Rimmeldar? I think chat has a good idea of what was in that chest.
Oh, wow. Remember what I said? The off chance that chest would have the sword, and bingo, all of a sudden, this race may have turned.
Yeah, he just he needs to go into the treasury and hope that he doesn't need to equip the death necklace, which he might not have to. So if all he has to do is go back to the treasury, he's in go mode.
Absolutely, and that means here where this red dragon is, that spike tile is going to be empty.
Yep. Just like the next level, for the most part. Well, except for the magic.
Wow. So this is not good for Tristal here. And yeah, this could be the great equalizer right here in this race. And there's the bad news for Tristal.
Yep. So the question is, does he go to Rimmeldar? Because he's probably going to burn the rest of his magic on the red dragon. Is he going to go to Rimmeldar, or is he going to go search for the grave?
Oh, you know what I think he's going to do? I think he's going to gamble, if I had to take a guess.
I think the first thing you do, because, well, the good news is Rimmeldar is right next to Sharlock, so even if you're going to gamble, the good news is it's not a huge gamble, because it's, you know, it's literally right where you're going anyways.
Also,
but there's go mode for DK.
Yep, but there's also another thing that I've seen happen in countless randomizers. You overlook a spot and you check it off thinking you've already cleared it. What if Tristal's already done that? Then he's in trouble.
Yeah, we'll see. Tristal's hopefully been at this long enough that he won't make that mistake, but even the old veterans and the best of us make mistakes like that on occasion.
Absolutely. I've seen that before. I mean, like, I've done a lot of commentary, you know, for like Zelda Randomizer and now for Dragon Warrior Randomizer. Yeah, and I've seen it. Even the best can make that rare mistake.
Yep, and DK finally pulls out the repel, so he's totally in the grind and go mode mindset now. He's literally found everything except for the death necklace, and you know, there's pretty good chance that he won't need it. But
Jerk Cave too.
Here's the other thing though, is if he had the death necklace, he would be pretty much close to what he needs for the Dragon Lord right now, but
yeah, he
obviously don't have the health for it.
He still needs to get the rainbow drop from the Jerk Cave, and has he even discovered the Jerk Cave yet?
Oh yeah, it's right over to the right here. He's got to go down and to the right a little bit.
All right, so he knows exactly where he needs to go for that, so he can pick up his rainbow drop. You need to have the rainbow drop in order to gain access into Charlock. And as I always say, the rainbow drop is a very rare candy. It is a personal favorite of the Jerk, and he's just not going to dole it to anyone.
I thought it was just like a magical rainbow-colored bridge that leads to the other side to where your Lucky Charms are. And
instead, Tristal's going back to Coral.
Get your hands on my Lucky Charms. So DK might actually either grind in the desert. Well, he's probably going to grind in the desert here right now because he's about to get a level here shortly. So he's going to see if 13 is the way to go.
It kind of makes you wonder, what's Tristal's next play going to be?
Yeah, he's the way he's grinding right now, he might be doing the gamble. Because he might just be, okay, I'm going to grind and then go right to Charlock.
Yeah, and if he does gamble, he's going to be in big trouble because he's not going to have the power.
50-50, like I said. If he remembers that chest in Rimmeldar he hasn't touched, he's still in good shape.
Oh, he gets an excellent move! 255 points to get the Metal Slime. Well done there for Tristal.
And that basically ties up the experience now.
And he runs into another one, but he's like, no, you're not excellent moving me.
But, you know, DK decides he didn't want to be one-upped, and excellent move, the Red Dragon 2, to get to level 13, and 0 strength, huh?
Yeah, 0, 4, 0, 9. What did I tell you?
I said 13, 14, okay? I said by 14 or 15, did I not?
Yes, but
I still have 1 or 2 levels of leeway here, okay?
It doesn't matter. I said that the strength was going to flatline, and here it is. By the way, all 3 of the remaining spells came with level 13.
Yep. Good old Hurtmore on these red Oh, wait. Never mind.
No, red dragons, they're very, very resistant. We're talking 15 out of 16 chance you're going to miss. And even if you do land it, you're not going to one-shot it.
Yeah, I know. They got a little too much health. And Tristal is looking for Garen Ham's grave. I guess he's not going to risk it. This could be what costs him, unless the Death Necklace really is that good of a thing that's going to be needed to save time.
It's the only thing, in my opinion right now, that could save Tristals is if the Death Necklace is needed and the strength continues to flatline over the next few levels. If that's the case, Tristal can still pull this off.
Yep. Hopefully he remembered about the chest in Rimmel. I guess this is what this all comes down to, is does he remember that chest in Rimmeldar? Because, you know, which is funny because I did kind of make that joke, like, you know, you should just burn those 2 keys on there and risk that you get another key or gold in there.
And Crystal did just get up to level 13. Another fun police goes down for DK. Next level is at 5625. So 3 more of these and he can get that level.
Yep, but yeah, DK is going to take a huge experience point lead here because Tristal's not even repelling either. So
I mean,
he's trying to nickel and dime himself up here. So
yeah,
you know, DK I think right now has a comfortable lead.
Now he uses the repel. Now where is he going to go next?
He's going to try to find those caves that he hasn't found yet. Because here's the grave, I think. And he's going to at least talk the top 3.
Made a fantastic.
Probably going to dive.
Anywhere else, if that sword is anywhere else, yeah, it's Tristal's ball game to lose at this point. But right now...
Oh, no, he went to the mountain cave. My bad.
Yep, he's going...
I think he's going to gold grind. He might gold grind for a flame sword and silver shield and say, I'm not doing the sword. I'm not going to do Erdrick's sword.
Have we seen a flame sword?
Yes, Breckenary.
I mean, it's a viable play. We've seen flame sword victories before. I mean, Tristal conceivably could do that, but still, it's still the only thing that could save Tristal. Even if that's still the case, is if we have a flat line in strength. And look at this! 1, 2, 1. Dang it! Where's that 2? It's needed 1.
But the good news for DK, okay? Yeah, it's still flatline, okay? Okay, I'll go for the... I got 1 more level for it to be decent, okay? If it's not decent at level 15, I cursed him again.
Right. It's a deal.
But yeah, the good news though for DK is the fact that he only got 2 health also. So Death Necklace is because the Death Necklace pretty much covers the difference between a Flame Sword and an Erdrick Sword because it's a 12 difference. So if he can't use the Death Necklace to make up that 10 or so difference, it's still in DK's favor right now.
Absolutely.
And did DK not put on the fighter's ring?
Not 100% sure on that. I mean, yeah, he does have it, and you would think he would have equipped it at some point, but we don't have it lit.
I guess until we see the status screen, we won't know for sure.
Yep. So we'll have to pay very close attention once we bring up the status screen again. And our tracker thinks he might have mismenued, thinking he put it on, but he hasn't put it on yet. So if he ends up selling that, and it's true that he hasn't equipped it, he's going to miss out on that 2 extra attack power, which may not seem like a big difference, but who knows? That 1 additional attack point that you could do against the Dragon Lord, could be the difference between winning and losing.
Well, when you look at it like in the stats of what he has now, that 2 attack power alone is 1 less heal more that you need for the Dragon Lord right now. I mean, he's still not ready. He still doesn't have the magic to pull it off and the strength. But just with the stats he has now, that's 1 less heal more having that fighter's ring equipped.
Right now we are talking about 12 heal mores at 96, and there's the Dragon Scale, another one for Tristal, and that's all for the Mountain Cave, so he'll be moving on.
Yep, DK is going to check out the Swamp Cave trap tile here. Don't think he likes the fact that it's a stone man. He might be like going back to the dragon. But yeah, this has definitely been a tale of 2 halves. The first half, Tristal found all the right paths, got the armor, got the keys, found everything the way he's supposed to, and then the sword happened. And then DK is like, oh wow.
It all came down to the fact that Tristal didn't have enough money to buy a 3rd key in Remolder. If he has enough money to buy that 3rd key, we're not even talking about this.
Oh yeah, if he had a 3rd key, he would be already in Charlock probably. He would have been done a long time ago.
Well, I don't know about done a long time ago, but he probably would be in Charlock right now.
Well, I mean, he would be close to being done, I should say.
Yeah, for sure.
And assuming, I'm going off the basis here that it's not going to flatline for another level in a row, okay?
Well, I mean, we have flatline for so many levels in a row, so maybe 15's the one, but I've seen many a season. I've seen it where it just continues to flatline. No power, no strength, no power, no nothing.
Oh, I know. We had a race not long ago, huh? That went to level 21. Not too long ago, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, maximum is level 30 with a whopping 49,151 experience points.
Yep. Generally, the seeds are tried to be balanced to the point where you can finish around 15. Obviously, because it's a randomizer, the numbers can be higher, lower, whatever. But usually, they're balanced to try to finish around level 15. So when you go up into the 20s, then so only went to 30 because he used Arnax, okay? But yeah, DK only needs to kill, what, 4 more? And he's going to have his level at 7,500 experience, and then we'll find out if I cursed him again. The long curse.
Yep, that is for sure. And this night will put him 7 points away from level 14.
Yeah, Tristal's not going to find a whole lot of help at 14, but he's still out there searching for Garenham, unfortunately.
It's hard to say at this point exactly what Tristal is looking for as he's heading towards the mountainous region. However, he is heading to Mulder. Yeah. Is he making the play? He might be.
By the way, this is a one continent because he walked all the way around to get to it.
He's making
So
the
yeah, he's gonna get the sword and probably say some things that we're glad that the mic is muted for.
Oh, absolutely here. But again, this could turn this around again. It is not too late. I mean, if Tristal wants to go for a death necklace, if we get more HP again, you said the magic number was 129, right?
Yeah, you can't. Well, with their defense, 129 is really stretching it. Usually, you want 86 defense when you say the 129 mark.
Right, because of how much damage the Dragon Lord's attack can do in its second form. The rule of thumb is what, 80 does 49 or something?
Well, first we got a level here, but let's see what the level is, and I can.
There's 5.
That might be enough. Oh, that's enough. You go. 130 attack power and 15 heal mores. You go. He's even got 2 or 3 heal mores to burn.
Right now he's at 130, which means it's 7 to 15 per strike.
Oh.
Mathematical
He
formula.
didn't equip the fighter's ring either, by the way. I just noticed that too.
He didn't?
No, equipping the fighter's ring would save him even another heal more. Oh, this is bad. Man. He doesn't think he has enough, but he has 2 or 3 extra heal mores to burn right now.
Yep, we're looking at it right now. You're absolutely right. He never equipped the fighter's ring. So a great call there by our tracker, not lighting it up when he purchased that ring. He never put it on. And that could be a factor right here as well.
Hopefully he's death warping here and he realized what he's doing, but we'll find out. Because he didn't heal, so I'm guessing he's death warping. But I guess we can go back to the Dragon Lord real quick. 86 is the number where Dragon Lord can melee you for 48. So 85 is where he can melee you for 49. And then every 4 points down from that is another one. So 85 is 49, 81 is 50, 77 is 51, etc.
Oh, 85. So yeah, so 89 would be 47, right?
No, it would be 90 would be 47 because 86 is the number. So you go up. 85 is the number where it's only where you take 49 damage.
Got it. So it's past the number. So,
yeah.
So in order to 86 getting one shot, you got to get 86. I get it now.
Yeah, 86 is the point where 97 health guarantees. You can't be 2 shot.
Meanwhile, Tristal looks like he's going to do some red dragon binding just like UK did.
Yeah, he still needs to hit level 15, but it looks like DK is stocking up and going.
Without equipping it.
I know. Wow. That would have saved him a heal more, equipping that ring.
Wow. He thought he had equipped it, but that miss menu never spotted it, and yeah, he's going to be without that extra 2 attack power, and that could influence his decision whether or not he goes to Sharlock.
But yeah, he's going to pick up as much fairy water as he can. Right now, with 130 attack power, his damage range is 7 to 15. So the fairy water will give him the 9 to 16. If anything, keeps him from rolling, a couple of minimum rolls, and just increases the odds of him winning. But right now, he has at least 2 heal mores that he can burn going down, and potentially a third, depending on how things go. But he has 124 health. The issue is he can be melee for 51 right now.
Tristal ended up getting an excellent move on a red dragon, but then immediately runs into an armor knight. He's able to take it down for the 172 points. Now, to come up with the calculation that High Spirits did on how much attack power DK can deal on the second form of Dragon Lord, take the number of attack power points that you've got and to get rid of the 1. Then take that number and divide it by 2, and that is your maximum. In this case, take away the 1 is 30, divided by 2 is 15. Then you divide the number again by 2, round it down, and that's your minimum roll, which is 7. And ladies and gentlemen, DK is on his way to Sharlock.
Yep, it's time to find out how horrible this is, because he does only have 75 agility, which puts him well below 50% to run from the top enemies in here. And he's not going to be able to repel away anything with 77 defense.
Not a chance.
And that might be the first golem that we've seen the entire time.
You're absolutely right. We've not seen one of those yet. And I was gonna say that's what's gonna be on the spike tile, because my rule of thumb is I always go with an enemy we haven't seen yet. So having said that, I'm now calling a different shot. Star Wyvern.
Well, Star Wyvern can't be on the trap tile, but Axe Knight can be. Oh, there he is. Dang.
Oh yeah.
Ruined. We've seen them all now. We can't do any, we can't put anything there anymore.
No. Rip. Why Star Wyverns can't be on the trap tile? That stinks. Why not?
Nope, it has to be Sharlock level. Well, it has to be. Star Wyverns are considered Hawksness level enemy, so it has to be the next tier up from that.
Now, Crystal's gotten level 15. What does he decide to do? Oh, he doesn't have enough. He does not have enough HP to make Death Necklace work for him. Yeah, he's in big trouble now.
Yeah, but he still he has the fighter's ring equipped, so he's already in good shape.
This could essentially come down to encounter luck and whatnot.
But yeah, it's Axe Knight or better. Axe Knight, Armor Knight, Red Dragon, Blue Dragon, Golem. Can be on the trap tile.
Go Wizards.
Stone Man. So Stone Man, Golem, Red Dragon, Blue Dragon, oh wait, dang it. I'm getting myself Axe Knight there, and Armor Knight. 6 enemies.
Right, Axe Knight, Blue Dragon, Stone Man, Armor Knight, Red Dragon. You are correct.
Well, DK had a terrible first floor, but he's tearing apart the rest of the floors now, as he's in Zone 2 already, and we haven't seen any enemies in Zone 2 yet, and he's already on this through the second floor of Zone 2.
Well, he has equipped some repel, so maybe that's helping him out.
Oh no, it's the lowest defense that can repel anything in Sharlock is 80, so that's where Wizards are. So at 77, it's just he just had a God Walk. If he put repel on, then he wasn't thinking, or he didn't remember his defense.
Oh, that could be.
But yeah, the seems to be a lot of Axe Knights here so far, even though he's having trouble running from them.
Yeah, they're supposed to be relatively easy to run away from.
Yeah, I heard Blue Dragons were relatively easy to run from at one point too. So
which goes back to what people always say: agility's a number.
Yep, agility is a fancy number that raises that last stat on the tracker. That's what it does.
There's your Star Wyvern. We just saw it, and now Tristal is on his way to Sharlock as well. So right now, DK has the edge.
Oh yeah, he's on the bottom floor.
If the fight against DL2 fails, that opens the door for Tristal.
Yep. So the good news for DK is he has not burned any magic yet. So
yeah, that's
he still has 15 heal mores, like when he only needs about 13 at most to win, roughly. Oh wait, no, he did burn a heal more. My bad.
So unless he gets super low rolls from his Erdrick sword on the Dragon Lord, we do have an AK-47 on the trap tile for Sharlock.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong stat. No, yeah, he hasn't burned any magic yet, so if he doesn't burn any heal mores, he's very close to 100%, not guaranteed, but he destroyed that Armor Knight. I don't think he's going to have an issue with this, but, you know, if he gets really roll load for everything, then he could be in trouble.
He's got plenty. He's got 13 heal mores at the ready right now with 104 MP. So he's looking for stop spells and more stop spells from the Dragon Lord. So all eyes are on DK right now as he tries to take him down. It's an attack.
Yep, his attack actually, you don't damage break the physical attacks of Dragon Lord until 90, so defense. So his physical attacks actually hurt right now.
There's the stop spell, though, so that's really good, and down goes the first phase. Let's see if he can get the first strike on Dragon Lord. He does get the first strike. Big advantage, but he only starts with an 8.
Yep, throw out that fairy water.
Fairy flute!
Well, maybe the Dragon Lord, you know, wanted to hear a ditty, you know? Fairy flute, fairy water, it's all the same. But that did waste an action.
Yep, and 7, he can't take a chance. Would have done 42.
He might have to take a chance now. We'll see what the fairy water is going to do.
15, though, that's a good roll. 23 now.
But yeah, the number you have to watch out for is potentially 51 for a melee. As you can see, he just hit for 50.
Another big roll, though, 38 on that. And again, with 47, can't take a chance.
He was thinking about it because he might need to take a chance, but so far the fairy water's been good, so.
Well, that's decent. 50 now, but no doubles yet. And Tristal, here he comes. 62 now.
Yep, Tristal's coming up to the bottom floor here, and so far the fairy waters are good. They're 12s and 15s. You'll take those every time.
The 12 takes him up to 74, but again, still can't roll any doubles. 74. We need 150 to 165 to get the job done. Final fairy water. That'll take him up to 15. Another good roll, 89.
Yeah, that's really good. And he got a double out of it too, so.
He did get that double. He's up to 98 now.
But he got a really bad heal out of that, but thankfully he still can get a hit attack out of it.
109 now, so he's getting closer, but he's got 5 heal mores left.
Yeah, he's definitely a favorite to win, so.
117
he's,
now.
even with the 8s, he's still doing pretty good. But those melees are hitting for 50s right now, so that's scary that he's not going to be able to keep his health up.
There's 129, and here comes Tristal right there.
Yep, Tristal, pretty much the same chances. Well, he doesn't have any fairy water, though, so.
44, a big roll. He's guaranteed now. He is guaranteed. Even if he rolls minimum, he's there.
He just 1 or 2 more attacks, most likely, and,
57, that won't do it. The next attack almost certainly is going to do it unless he rolls the minimum, and it has 165. Will this be enough? You better believe it is. 170.
Yes, it is.
That is all she wrote. DK has come from behind to take it away from Tristal, and we'll move on to the bonus bracket finals to face off against Up2NG for the right to take on Nest Cardinality in the Grand Championship. What a race. Now Tristal's going to get to DL2, and he's about to see the bad news. The dot done. Starts with the 13. He did get the first attack.
Well, we don't quite have an official time because the race bot seems to be dead, but we don't have the exact time yet. You have to do some calculation here, unless the bot decides to start working again.
37 right now for Tristal. Another 9 takes him up to 46. Was able to get a double. Next attack, good for 11. He's up to 57.
Okay, so the official time will be 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 48 seconds. Going
7.
by the timer in the bots in the
Good
race
enough.
channel.
Can't always be perfect with our little SRL times, so we'll take that. 80 now for Tristal.
Technology's great until it doesn't work.
Absolutely high spirits. I'm always saying the same thing. Next attack is good for 11. He's up to 91. Remember that DL2 has at least 158. We know that because 157 wasn't enough. 104 now.
And congratulations, DK. Welcome in to the finals of the bonus bracket.
Ooh, that was gutsy.
Thank you, guys.
There. That could have been a 51 melee there, and it wasn't. 123, and he gets an awful roll on that heal more. He's up to 135. This is a very close race, DK. As you can see, Tristal is now at the DL2 fight. He's just about ready to finish him off. He's a few points away. It's up to 145.
Yep, it's you both finished fairly close. It's going to be what, about a 2 minutes or so time difference, approximately. Little over 2.5 minutes or so, so not too bad. But congrats.
Next attack could do it. He's up to 154, but he's not taking any. He went for hurt more. Or is he trying for the swag kill, knowing?
Yeah, he was going for swag more scratch.
I don't blame him at that point. The race is already over, but he did get 13 on that last attack. That was enough. So GG to Tristal. Great race, but in the end, DK, Your victory came down to one thing, and that was finding Erdrick's sword first. Here's the kicker. Tristal found Rimuldar well before you did. Unfortunately for him, he only had enough money to buy 2 keys, and rather than checking what was behind the doors in Rimuldar, he decided to leave and check other doors with those magic keys. That enabled you to sneak in the back door and take it away, because Tristal had you all the way in exploration until that sword.
Yeah, I found it the long way. It must have been like 1 or 2 screens off screen when I went south of there, right at the beginning when I went through Swamp. It had to have been just off the screen, and then it was, of course, the last place I found after world wrapping and finding it was one continent.
Tristal's time was 1:16:33, a difference of just 2 minutes and 50 seconds, a very close race. And Tristal led it for much of this race. I'd say the first 2/3 of this race. But the pivotal turning point for you, DK, was, as I mentioned, finding that sword. Now, the coordinates led you to the death necklace, for your information.
Yeah, it had to be. That was the only thing left that could have been there for me. I was monitoring HP, but since we didn't get there, and I felt that was
right.
I was debating a lot to go on that level or not.
Turns out we didn't need it for this particular seed, but one thing that we did notice, and maybe you did notice it, DK, but you never equipped the fighter's ring.
Things happen. I've done that with the Dragon Scale before too.
Yeah, you sold it without never equipping it, unfortunately, but GG, Tristal.
GG's.
Well, Tristal, as you might have overheard during my conversation with DK, it all came down to that Erdrick sword. The first time you were in Rimuldar, you only had enough money to buy 2 keys, so rather than checking the doors, you opted to check elsewhere, but that was where the grand prize was.
Yeah, as soon as I found it, there were many expletives on my stream because I knew I was probably doomed from that point.
My spirit said exactly that same thing to me, Tristal, that you were going to say some colorful things, and it is unfortunate, but that's just one of those things that happens, because you had DK all the way in exploration. He was having a tough time finding things, but when he found that sword in Rimuldar, the first time he found Rimuldar, that turned the race around against you, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. I had a lot of little things kind of not go my way. Obviously, the reset like a minute in didn't help when I rolled a 9 on a Magidraki with my Fairy Water and then couldn't kill it. That was kind of embarrassing. And then dying to a red dragon in Mountain Cave was really the big difference there, I think. It just set me back so far. I needed to come back and try and find Erdrick's sword there. Yeah, just really small difference there, but yeah, that's what it took.
I never even saw the red dragon in Mountain Cave. I got slept by a couple greens, but managed to live.
No, sorry. Yeah, I died to a green dragon.
Yeah, those green dragons were asleep, terrorized you both a little bit. The wizards with Dragonlord Breath, at least they weren't as in Sharlock, as far as we could tell.
I think I ran away from 1.
Yeah, same. I ran from 1. I can't remember what zone.
Oh,
no, Sharlock was just super easy though. Like so many of the minimal enemies in there. I was really afraid with no silver shield and moderately low agility that if there were just a bunch of AKs and red dragons, it was going to be a problem. But thankfully, yeah, there were no problems. Got to Dragonlord with full resources.
Yeah, both of you.
Same.
In terms of, for DK, you had some problems on the first floor, but other than the first floor, I mean, you guys tore through that Sharlock, even with the low agility that you had.
Did you guys like the fairy flute for the Dragonlord?
Yeah, I'm like, uh-oh, that was a mismenu there, because, the fairy flute, fairy water, fairy dust, it's all the same to me.
Yeah, we knew you just wanted to play a little tune for him because you had everything in the bag. We knew that's what you were going for. But the seed was basically a tale of 2 halves, I would say. First half, Tristal found everything, found Rimuldar, was basically had the rainbow drop by like 20 or 25 minutes into the seed.
23 minutes, yeah, the rainbow drop, 23 minutes.
And DK and he found the Staff of Rain Cave. DK somehow skirted the Staff of Rain Cave when he went to Cantlin, and then somehow skirted Rimuldar when he went past Sharlock and south to the Mountain Cave. Like, it's like, so DK was spending the entire time searching the map, and then eventually he searched the entire map, got around to Rimildar, and got the sword. But that was the time Tristal had already had everything but the sword, so he was spending the entire second half running around the map trying to figure out where, I'm guessing, where the grave was, because you never actually found where the grave is.
Correct. Yeah, I was very surprised when I discovered this was actually one big landmass and not two separate halves. That's pretty crazy with the town across the river at the beginning there.
And that town ended up being where the swamp cave went, which was even funnier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I walked outside when I got there, and I was just like, oh, that's what this is. Cool.
Yeah, when I got back around the mountain, I was like, I know I'm out of overworld caves, and I was like, where the heck am I?
Where was Garen's grave? Was it like kind of in the northeast?
You know what? I just looked at my map, and I never wrote it down, so I have no clue. I can't remember, but I definitely saw it.
I think it was somewhere in the south area where you were.
Yeah, when you go down south, I did have it here. When you go south, instead of going like leftish towards Cantland, there's this small jut off to the right, and it was over there.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I just never saw it.
Which thankfully, because you ended up connecting back to Rimildar and not having to worry about going through that cave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that actually saved me some time not finding it. Although if it had keys early on, maybe that could have been nice, but yeah.
Yeah, there was no keys in the top. The only keys that you could get was Rimildar, and that's where DK was falling way behind. But the keys literally only blocked the sword and the token. That's it.
Yeah, I got my keys at 48 minutes.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you didn't find the sword that much earlier than me then?
Yeah, nope. I was rocking a copper sword until then. I tried to find Cantland, and I ended up going around the south of it somewhere and ended up exploring the entire map. Southeast or southwest was worthless.
Oh, how many metal slimes did you find and or kill?
I saw a few. I think I only got the one that got me level 7 or 8, somewhere in there.
That's pretty good. I found one, but it was a little bit later. I did get to Kaishin it for 100 damage, though. That felt pretty good.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool kill. Yep, you bet.
Very cool, but actually technically time wasting since it was the third hit, so. I just had a lot of really weird rolls the entire game. When I was trying to rescue Gwaelin, I missed sleep 3 times on the Stone Man. When I died to the Green Dragon in Mountain Cave, I got 4 turns slept. And even my Dragon Lord fight was just like loads of 9s and 10s and him hitting me for 50, even though I did win, so I can't complain too much on that. But yeah, that was just like a lot of little things went wrong.
Yep, it was still very close the entire time. I think DK held the experience lead for pretty much the entire time, but when you actually got that crit on that metal slime, I remember because we were talking about it, that was the exact moment that DK hit the red dragons and started grinding for go mode. So you were tied on experience practically. It was only like a 15-point difference.
Yeah.
And then he killed the red dragon and got the next level, but from there, that's where he was starting to grind, was at that moment. You crit that metal slime.
Yeah, my grinding the whole seat was sort of awkward too, and that usually doesn't lead to a win.
Yeah, it would have went faster for me if I would have stuck with the Reds. I took a chance after getting that level 14 from the Reds on maybe something better in Swamp because I didn't know what was there yet. So I went ahead and Death Warped back and checked there, saw the Stone Man, and then made the walk back to Hawksness to grind.
Gotcha. Yeah, so apparently you never got the Overworld Death Necklace then, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I did know where was it. I did know that it was that. I just didn't. It didn't
111 south, 3 west. So it was
nice.
Way down there. Yeah, so I definitely had to say Gwaelin for that one. No way I'm counting that out.
Well, yeah, GG to both of you once again. Congrats to dk9146 moving on to the bonus bracket finals against Up10G. Probably, or should be sometime later this week. Do either of you have any final comments you'd like to give about the seed?
I'll say GG to Tristal sounds like it'll be a fun one to watch back. Thanks to all the people in the background doing all this stuff. That was exciting. As I was telling Tristal and the Irk beforehand, the 3 final people in the bottom bracket were on the NESCARD Revenge Tour, since he's the one that beat each of us. So
That's exactly right. Yep, I did.
We're trying to see who gets him, who gets our revenge.
Yep, I did mention that at the top of the show, that whoever comes out on top is going to have a rematch against Ness Cardinality.
Yeah, I'll say kind of the same thing. Thank you once again to the staff, everybody who had a hand in helping with the tournament, whether you just restreamed one race or you've commentated 20 of them. Thank you so much. As far as the seed goes, yeah, I thought it was pretty typical. The one continent thing was kind of wild, but really, like, the Charlock wasn't too bad. Everything was kind of evenly paced. No early Hurtmore or super early Sword unless you knew what you were doing. So, pretty interesting. But yeah, thanks again to everybody. Good luck to DK in the losers finals.
But yeah, GG to both of you, and I guess that's it for us tonight, huh, Lizzie?
Absolutely. This was one heck of a race, and if this was any sign of what we're going to see in the final races coming up in this tournament, we could be in for quite the barn burner of a championship match.
Oh yeah, there's only 2 to 3 races left, depending what happens in the actual grand finals.
Correct, because in the grand championship, whoever emerges from the bonus bracket has to take not 1 but 2 matches away from Ness Cardinale. Ness Cardinale only has to win 1 against either DK or up to NG to take home the title.
Yep, and speaking of that Ness Cardinality, guess where we're going to send you all to? Is Ness Cardinality doing the triple dog dare seed again, I think.
Let's hope that no tongues get stuck to frozen poles.
Oh yeah, it's well, I think he did it once already. He's trying to get a better time, but hey, it was a tough seed, and I'm sure he's not going to go any better because it's still a terrible seed. But
absolutely. But thank you very much all for joining us here on RPG Limit Break. And again, congratulations to dk9146 to advancing to the bonus bracket finals. We are down to the final 3, Ness Cardinality, up to NG, and dk9146. For everyone here on RPG Limit Break, for our tracker for Lord of the Synth, our tracker, of course, is, I forget his name again, Ramonian something.
Champion Renakai.
Thank you very much for that. And, of course, for my commentator partner, High Spirits, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have yourselves a great evening, and we will see you again next time.
Good night.